Hey guys, good afternoon. It's Cali. How's everybody doing today? I'm back with another weekly update, and I have a pretty big auction haul to share with you guys, as well as some art that I've been doing this week. Um, Another week flew by, we're almost into September now, and I actually love this time of year. It's my favorite time of year. So I hope you guys are doing well. I don't even know where to start. I had done quite a few videos last week. I showed you in my last week's video the boho wind catchers that I made out of the boho bracelets and some ribbon. Well, I did do a tutorial, which honestly I hesitated on posting or not because there is a few minutes in the tutorial where I'm totally working off camera, and someone actually did comment on that, and it stung a little because she was correct, So I told you I'm a perfectionist, and anyway, I put it up there, and it's a simple tutorial, and I left it there just because my career here on YouTube, or my time here on YouTube, I want to spend growing and progressing, so I want to leave my not so great work up as well, just to have something to reflect on and learn from. So that being said, it's not horrible. I mean, you get the idea, I'm sure, but check it out if you haven't, that being said. And after I did that one, I decided that I was going to do another one. And again, I get lost in Pinterest so much, and I'm so inspired by a lot of things that I see on Pinterest. But I did do a Pinterest-inspired boho, if you will, dream catcher that I made out of an old doily. And again, if you guys have not seen this tutorial, I will link it below. But it came out so cool, and I was so pleased with the way it came out. And you know me, I'm all about using recycled material and things like that. And speaking of that, this in particular, this batik fabric may look kind of familiar. I took an old dress and cut the bottom off and used it for strips, and then used what was left of it and redesigned the arms to make armholes, and I turned it into a vest. So you can button it if you want, and wear it like that, or just wear it open. So before you go and throw out your clothing, you should always, I'm always looking at ways to repurpose things and use things in new ways. And you guys know I had my sewing machine out last week, and that's not too far away. I'm going to pull it back out, definitely. But so I did that, and it was super simple to make. Check out that tutorial. Make one for yourself. I would love to see it. Every time I look at it, it's hanging in my window, my big French door, whatever, sliding glass doors. It's like, oh, I love that. It's great. So it's one of those kind of things. And I also did a video this week on nebula bottles, which someone had, and I love, my friend Sarah had posted somebody's blog post on my Facebook page about how to make these nebula bottles. And so I did, and they got very addicting for me. And I also made a necklace out of one. So if you guys haven't checked out that tutorial, check it out. I have to say that by the time I made about the fifth one, I realized that because I had been putting the cotton balls in and then the dye, like the glitter and the dye, if you put the dye in first and add a little water and then add your cotton balls, I think it comes out much better. So that was trial and error, and I don't think I mentioned that in the tutorial. So I've seen a couple people show me their versions of them, and they came out great. So that was really cool. So speaking of that, yeah, one of the people who showed me was T. Lee, who I talked about last week, had sent me the my first set of ATC cards, artist trading cards, and I had never done them before. So I did, in fact, T, finish your cards this week and put them in the mail. So when you receive them, let me know, and then I'll share with you guys pictures of those. But that was fun. Very challenging for me to work on such a small surface. I'm not sure if I really like that so much. I'm used to, but maybe that's good. You know, maybe we should do things that we're not so comfortable with. You know, we get kind of stuck in a rut. So, all in all, I'm happy that I did it. I'm happy that I have a new friend. I'm happy that I tried something new. Maybe not necessarily something I'll be doing all the time, but never say never, because you watch tomorrow, I'll be doing 3 more trades. So, one other thing that I want to show you that I'm working on, that I will be doing a tutorial on this week. I started a few days ago, and then my grandson Carter came to spend a few days with Hurricane Carter, and we had a great time, but it's hard for me to work on stuff. Obviously, I shouldn't be. I pay attention to him when he's here, but I started working on these, and you guys, I'm pretty excited. I don't even know what to call them yet, but I'm going to give you a peek, and these are nowhere near done yet, but this is something that I'm working on, and if you follow me on Facebook, you may have seen pictures of these. Yes, they are in fact old Christmas balls, glass Christmas balls. But I'm going to do a little tutorial and show you how I'm using these. I have a few different ones, and I'm pretty excited about these actually. So if you're interested, if this looks like something you'd be interested in, I have 2 more. Stay tuned, and I'll show you how I did these and what I'm going to be using them for. Although you could certainly use them as holiday ornaments, right? So that's that. Of course, I have a list. I want to make sure I don't forget anything. My journal this week, you know how I'm keeping a different journal for every month of the year? Well, August journal is very sad. And again, I think that's probably might be a good thing. I've been busy doing other things, but I'm hard on myself because I wanted to maintain the discipline of completing a journal each month. And again, it shouldn't be a chore. My friend Allie, hi Allie, from Dingley Delification, is an amazing journaler, and she's commented that, you know, it's supposed to be a joy, not a chore. But anyway, so that being said, it is now August 31st, I believe, and boy, did you guys check out that moon last night. Beautiful, beautiful full supermoon. Anyway, so I have 2 pages done in this journal, and this was my Marlboro poster that I had gotten in the mail with coupons for cancer sticks. And you guys I shared with you my fairy and rat and owl picture that I did on book page and acrylic paint. So that was one. And then this I actually did do while Carter was here. He was very engrossed in Minecraft and real steel boxing. Which, you know, I can only watch so long, but I did this, and it's funny, all my girls are starting to look the same, but this was a challenge, and in the background, you will see one of my new stamps, which I'll talk about in a second, but this is all paper and textured underneath, and I just used some watercolor pencils and acrylic paint to do the face, which I'm not necessarily happy with, per se, but I got something on the page and I felt okay about it and I had fun doing it. So that's that. I was going to give her some antenna and turn her into a fairy bug butterfly girl. But anyway, so that was my August journal. And again, at the end of the year, I'll do a complete year's worth of journal flip through, which if I keep this up at this rate, it'll be a quick video. So the stamp that I used, I ordered from one of my favorite people here on YouTube, Gina Aarons. And I did go to her Etsy shop, and I ordered this super cool stamp, and I'm already in love with it, and I look forward to using it more and more. And it's a wonderful quality stamp, and it stamps a very clear, concise image, and I'm really, really happy with it. And so thank you, Gina. And if you haven't checked out Gina's Etsy shop, check it out. I highly recommend it. And she also sent a little love with that, which is one of her feathers and some of her artwork. And I really appreciate that personal touch. So thank you, Gina. I love this, and I look forward to using it more and more. I think that's all the art I have for you this week. It's going to be on to the auction haul right now. And we had a blast again last night. It was so cool. Excuse me. I told you the wedding last week, Larry and David's wedding. Um, we got to hang out with some of the auction crowd and see them in a different light, like socially, which was so cool. And we had a blast at the wedding. And I even wound up singing karaoke, which is something that I used to do in my long ago wild woohoo party hardy days. But so sober karaoke, that was fun. But anyway, Patty did the entertainment and she was amazing. And she's actually going to be performing her live one woman show on September 18th in Forsberg, which I'll keep posting on my Facebook page and things like that. So check her out. So what is my point? Last night at the auction was so great to, again, kind of see everybody from after the wedding and just, you feel closer to people. So hi to my new subbies from the auction. You're all my friends. I get to see you guys each week, and that's freaking amazing. So that's great. I'm loving, our family there. So this is cool. So I'm going to stop rambling and just show you what I got. First thing I got was $1. Some of this I know what was paid for, and some of this I don't know. So I'll share with you what I do know. You know that I have a boxes, bottles, books, and like bowls addiction, right? So I got, not that I need another pot, but this is an amazing like stoneware cook pot. This was $1, folks. Okay. I love it. So just even for a serving bowl, but to cook in one of these, I no longer eat meat, but even to do roasted vegetables or casseroles, rice and beans, anything. This is a great pot. $1. Okay? I'm going to make a big pile on the floor here because I have a lot. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to show you is something that I kept to show you for the sake of the video, but this is actually going to Tom and Nick and their studio. But Kat actually was like, I hope I see this on the video, and you will, Kat. This is an old concertina, and obviously I cannot play it. I'm not gonna torture your ears, but look at this, guys. So this was super cool, and I honestly don't think that, I don't remember what he paid for it, but I want to say $10 or less, perhaps, I hope. So something like that. But anyway, so concertina. And again, missing a lot of buttons, but there's just, these vintage items just call to you. And again, you guys know how I feel about clutter, and I don't let things get out of hand here, but sometimes you just got to have something. So, Tom's getting full up too, but couldn't resist this. So concertina for probably $10 or under. And then, oh, I don't really have to look at my notes anymore. We'll keep it on a musical theme. This was maybe $3, and this is an old zither, and I actually have one. Now, this is cracked, and it's obviously horribly out of tune, but how cool is this? And I have another one in my bedroom that actually has a wooden pentagram on it, but it's just, I think it's beautiful, and I couldn't leave it there, so I will be using this decoratively. I've researched strings for these, and they are insanely expensive. I'm talking like $40 to $50 a string, so this will be nothing more than a decorative item at this point. And again, it's cracked pretty significantly, so but it still needs some good cleaning up and polishing and things, but I just kind of fell in love with it. So got that. And then, I'm always on the lookout for, sorry guys, I'm always on the lookout for clocks and watches and things that I can deconstruct and use in my artwork. So this is not a working clock, but it is a Seth Thomas, which for those of you who know anything about clocks, that's a good name 4 o'clock. This is a Seth Thomas clock with no plug, and that's fine. But I will be deconstructing this clock to get the gears as well as to use this wooden box. I'm going to take the clock out of this whole face out, and I'm going to use this box and alter it. Look at these wonderful turrets here. Something steampunky. I don't know. So you will see this again in various pieces and parts. And I think that was $3 maybe? $3 or less. Okay. The next thing I'm going to show you was gifted to me by Kat. And I love you, Kat. And it came in a box from Eldrith Pottery in Pennsylvania. I saw this from a distance across the room and asked her to put it up, and she gifted it to me, and it's this beautiful pot. And I thought it had flowers. It has bells, and that's okay. I might be altering that. I'm not a Christmas girl, but this is such a beautiful pot. And it has, you know, all the paperwork. I'm sure if I look this up, that it's signed. So it's gorgeous. And thank you so much, Kat. She's so good to me. You should have seen her at the wedding, too. Her and Patty, as far as entertainment, my God, they should go on the road. Patty used to work on cruise ships and things like that. And so she's amazing. And Kat just led every dance and just, you know, talk about karaoke. And she was just so much fun. So she's a wonderful person inside and out. And I love her. And she's very good to me. So that's my Kat thing. Okay, you guys, I have, oh wait, because I have $2 box lots to show you. And they're amazing. But before I do, well, they're amazing to me. This I got for $3. And while they're not my colors, this is actually leather, and this looks like something that came from Mexico. And it is a working flask. There is a glass flask inside of here. I'm sweating my butt off, you guys. It's so hot here today. And my hair is down and sweaty on my face, sorry. So how cool is this? Are you kidding me? With this beadwork and everything else. I will not use it as a flask. It will be used decoratively, but I couldn't let it go by. So there's that. And then, if you're as old as me, you guys remember the Fonz. Right? This lunchbox is totally beat up. It's a Happy Days lunchbox. I will be altering this. I don't think it's worth anything, honestly. I'm not even going to investigate how much it could be worth. These harken back to my childhood for sure. You know, to get a new lunchbox and a new thermos was such a great thing. Again, you guys know how much, it's not so much even about, I think this was $3. So I'll show you quickly what's in the lunchbox, which I will be using constantly. A box of nails. A random dirty spring with 2 dice inside. I don't know the purpose of this. This looks like a suction cup, so maybe for your dashboard or something. Does anybody know what purpose that served? I don't know. A couple of clothespins. Yeah. An old button. That would be cool to stamp into things. A box of razor blades. I'm telling you, you guys, there's always something you can use. And I'm working on the lighting here. I'm not going to apologize for lighting because I know that's annoying, but I don't have it down yet, as you could see. But an old pocket knife. Love these things. Maybe when my grandson's older, I will... Maybe not. a lot of these compasses and little mini ones. I can absolutely see me gluing these things onto an altered canvas. A pair of nail clippers, an old pair of scissors, some straight pins, always come in handy, a knife. I believe this is soldering resin or something. I don't solder, so I don't know, but it looks like some kind of, it says Moto Tools. A file. They're already nice and rusty. Look at this. These are like some kind of a saw or clipper, but doesn't it look like a fish? Can't you see that? Like it's a thinking, always thinking. This is a whistle, which I will not be putting my mouth on right now. An old thimble. Excuse the finger. And then just random, these look like they went around pens or something, but they're metal, and aren't they great? There's a few of them. So I'll be using these for something for sure, and then just random pieces. But these could be hammered out, you know, they're metal. And a little piece of chain, you know, random crap that I love, and then strange beads. And I will show you, speaking of beads, oh, and this hook, which looks weirdly familiar to me. If any of you guys know what this hook might be from, and it has a little hole in the bottom. Wait, can I show you? Hello? See that hole? If anybody has any idea what this is from or for or used for, let me know. Something in sewing, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. But that was cool. Oh, and coping saw blades, which I don't have a coping saw. Maybe Tom does. I forgot to ask him. But we'll figure it out. So that's that for the Fonz lunchbox. And then I just combined it into one. But it was actually $2 box lots, which I will show you next. And one thing that is in the dollar box lot, I'm going to throw out as soon as I show you, because I'll just grab this here. Look at this. I got a box. This is how they come. And basically, it's like across the room. You know, what do you give me for this box of crap? Which, I love the boxes of crap. They're my favorite. But in this box of crap is this, and maybe this is very expensive. I don't know. But I got excited for a minute because I love candles. So, right, it's a 3-wick candle from Cali, France. And the scent is French tulip. Well, let me tell you, and this is like porcelain or something, you know, with some kind of scene on it. This smell is so cloying and so thick, and it smells like grandma gone bad. Not this grandma either. And it's just overpowering, and I can't imagine. I smelt it in the car coming from the auction, and literally I could walk to the auction. And I didn't know what it was. And then when we came in here last night, so I kept it upside down in the box to show you, and I'm actually going to throw this out, but I wish it didn't stink so bad because I would have used it. Speaking of things that stink bad that I won't be using, back in the day when my children were very young, I was an Avon lady. And I can remember, and my kids are all 22 months apart, each one. So, you know, when Rachel was 4, John was 2, and Danielle was just born, you know. And I was an Avon lady in my neighborhood, and I can remember having Danielle strapped to my chest in a baby carrier, Jonathan in a stroller, and Rachel walking next to the stroller as I delivered my Avon and, you know, tried to earn some money. It was an interesting experience. I wound up getting more Avon for myself and my kids than I actually ever made any money. But that was a long story for no reason other than to show you that I got a bottle of Avon perfume, Topaz, which has been around forever, but this bottle is probably from the 1960s, I would imagine. But it's still in here, and it looks new, but I will not be using this. Oh yeah, fancy. But I don't know if any of these things are worth any money. I highly doubt it. If I could knock this gem off the top, I might use that in something. But this is not a scent I care to smell, but it is a full bottle of Topaz perfume. I actually like some Avon products, and I swear by Skin So Soft and things like that for, especially for, you guys all know Skin So Soft. Avon Skin So Soft is great bug repellent, right? I think you know that. Anyway, also in the box was this thing, which I had never seen before, and this is called a Cinepro strip meter. And I opened this, it's in the box with it's in great shape. Probably they never used it. There were a lot of photography equipment. This says, use Cinepro products, photography simplified. So this to me looks like it's from the 60s. And this was used to, which you had to go through a lot. I did take a photography class in high school, but this strip meter provides 5 differently timed test strips side by side on a strip of paper, each step being of the same portion of the negative, providing accurate and quick comparison. So you could take a picture and cut it into strips and then use it to try to figure out I don't know. Anyway, I will never use this. And at first I was like, oh, I'll use it to cut paper. No, I won't. So what I did was, and I told you, Tom and I haven't gone to the auction to make money per se. We do have a friend who will take, a lot of times Tom will get amps or things like that to sell. And our friend Rob, hi Rob, will sell them. He has an eBay and, blah, blah, blah. So we don't normally do that. But Tom does have an eBay account. And I shared with you last week the comic books that I got. That I don't know if I told you that I went and checked and they were anywhere from $6 to $40 on eBay. Well, I did happen to look this up just for ha-has. And I saw a comparable one on eBay for $29.99. So we are going to just sell this. We're going to sell it on eBay and maybe for $28.99. And for the $1 box investment, if we can make $29, it's worth it. Even though you have to pay shipping and eBay takes a fee and yada yada, it'd still be worth it. So once in a while we come upon something, even though that's not the intention. Tom got an amazing amp last night too, for under $100. That's worth close to $400. So that kind of stuff is fun. So anyway, back to the box. There was a metal tin, which I don't know what this is used for, but it has the symbol for the north on it. Symbol of earth and grounding and wisdom and the gnome. But it's flat on the back, so it looked, to me it seems like it was on a wall or against a wall, or maybe it was a napkin holder thing or something, but I will probably be most likely altering this and using it for something. This could hold pens. This could hold brushes. I don't know. What do you think, you guys? Your mail. Yeah, so stay tuned. I'm going to put that in the altar pile. Alter, A-L-T-E-R, not alter, A-L-T-A-R. Yeah. Do you guys remember these? I remember these growing up. I'm sure they still have them. I do live in New York State. So these little pennants, and these are in pretty old condition, but look, it's usable black felt. So I will hang on to these. This one's from West Point, and I live not far from West Point. It's maybe 40 miles from here, 50 miles from here. And this one says Sherbrooke, Canada. Don't know where that is. Any of my Canadian friends want to help me out with that? A little maple leaf. Again, usable felt. And the last one is New Jersey Turnpike, which I had to laugh because I don't know why you would want nothing against Jersey. Love New Jersey. But why you would want a pennant of the Turnpike is beyond me. but here you have it. Okay, so those, and then also this cool box, which is obviously an old jewelry box, but very cool for altering, and it still closes. So, altar pile. This is bizarre. I'm sure it was used in some type of a Christmas wreath or something, but I thought, doesn't that kind of look like coral? So you could glue this to a canvas and paint it, and to me that looks like coral, underwater coral. What do you guys think? I don't know. Look, an old Canon camera. You know, back in the day, these things were super expensive, you know. Apparently you can't give them away anymore, but I could see this altered too in a very steampunk style. So I will hang on to that, or take it apart or something. I will do something at some point. There was a bunch of, which I don't need, so again, I could alter. And I've seen different mobiles, as well as obviously bracelets, rings, things like that made out of old cutlery, even sculptures to look like animals and things. So here's some old, very well-loved and tarnished old silverware, but just beautiful patterns. Look at the bottom of that spoon. So those could be altered in some way. Again, not to be a hoarder, but you know, I am a little bit. We all are. Get my fun stuff. So stay tuned. If I think of something that, you know, I'm just going to put them away. I have a box that I keep things that, you know, it's my potential box. Things that have potential. This, I think, is some kind of a file. I'm not sure. But it's metal, and it's pointy, like a dagger. But this end feels rough like a file. So, I don't know. Do you guys know what this is? I'll use it for something. Random porcelain sailor person, sailor guy. My stepfather, Jim Romer, was a sailor. Oh my. This definitely is my dog. It is a wooden basset hound with... Hello. Oh. He only has 2 legs. I actually had a cat one time that had 3 legs. When she was a kitten, she got stuck in a tree and her leg had to be amputated. So I'm always drawn to the misfits because I'm a misfit. And I'm looking at the clock here and we're already over half an hour. So if you're still here with me, thank you guys. I love you so much. And I'll try to speed it up a little bit. But anyway, what is this? This definitely is a file. And I will use this. Lots and lots, you know, nice wooden handle. Well made. You can't find things like this anymore unless you really pay for them. I had a point and it's gone out of my head. Okay, these are cool. And talk about steampunk potential. Check these out. Empty wire rims. And then these actually do have, you know, glass in them. But to put on a steampunk project or use, especially these, I just love these. You know, they're like opera glasses, right? And then here's some that are just parts. It's definitely time for me to make another canvas, altered art canvas, junk drawer canvas. Here's another pair. And these were definitely like opera specs, you guys. Look at the little... This used to have a chain attached to it, you know? And you'd... Oh, yes. Oh, darling. Kind of like give you a little nose job. I sound like Rudolph. I'm cute. I'm cute. Love them. This, if anyone can help me, I know my mom watches my vlogs a lot. Mom, is this a... It's very sharp. Is this a tatting needle? Is this a needle used to make lace? Does anyone know? Look at, this is metal. Look how beautiful the design on the end of that is. And when I saw it, and this is super sharp, I thought, wow, I wonder if that's a tatting needle. And that's what the term for making lace is, for those of you who don't know. And I've never made my own lace, but I'm wondering, does anyone know? Is that a tatting needle? Or just a super sharp knitting needle? Or a weapon? No. I thought that was really cool and pretty, and I love the end, and I was like, ooh, I want to stamp it in clay. I have so many projects in my head that I want to work on, but here's some more empty eyeglass pieces that could be altered. I've seen people put magazine pictures behind or graphics and made things with that, so that's cool. You guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different watches that I will be taking apart, taking their little gears and cogs out of, and using them. Definitely, I love, this is, you know, one of my favorite. Oh, look at the back is already off of this one. Look at you guys. How delicious is all of that? And I have actually purchased on Amazon bags of these little watch parts, if you will, for like $10 for not many. So when I can get these at the auction, I'm all about it. And I love to smash them up and take them apart. And that's one of my favorite things, is coming home and going through everything. And yeah. Okay, so this, I also do not know what this is. And this looks like it was in the bottom of a box. So maybe it was a clock. It kind of does look like a clock face in the back because of these little numerals. So maybe it was a clock face, but I don't know how it worked. But it is shallow and it's hard. It's not metal, but it almost feels like maybe plaster of Paris or something. But look at the designs in there and how intricate and cool that is. So I thought that would look cool on a mixed media piece too. As well as, because it is raised with that texture in there, I bet you I could do a stamped image. So I'm liking that a lot. This is a pile of random chains as well. This box had a lot of religious jewelry. So I'll show you first. There's all of these beautiful rosaries. And I just thought it was kind of ironic that on the full moon last night, the witch got a pile of rosaries, and I just think it's beautiful. But these are gorgeous, and I'm not a Christian, and I'm not a Catholic, and I don't use rosary beads. Oh, these are just plain beads. These are not a rosary. But I will be deconstructing, pulling these apart. But look how beautiful these are. And I really, you guys, I hesitate to disrespect anything. I believe that, you know, all religions are valid and have their truths and their ways to the light, and I respect everyone's differences, and so I don't want to be disrespectful to anything, but I know that I don't have any use for rosary beads, and I think that I'm going to alter these with utmost respect and love, and I will save the crosses. I know I do have a lot of Christian friends and family that may want these, so I will offer them up to them or use them, again, most respectfully, in my artwork. So these are just beautiful. Just beautiful. And there were also some other, like this pile of chains, definitely be using in my art. This cross here, very cool. Just, you know, it's kind of a pile here, but I won't be wearing any of this stuff as jewelry unless I do alter it. Again, I'm not a gold girl, but for texture and things like that. And again, you guys, this is all in a $1 box lot, okay? The best deal in town. A few more. I think this is Mother Mary. I don't know. But she, beautiful. And then I don't know what this symbol means. Maybe any of you guys could help me out with that. It's a P over this X. Anybody know? And then this I thought was kind of cool. Looks like somebody added a different charm here, but I love this closure. This is a, it opens and closes. But I really like that. So I will be using that. Focus. In something. And then, oh, this beautiful, beautiful brooch. Yeah, we'll be using that in something. Some random beads. Getting to the end, guys. Getting to the end. It always pays to go to the auction. So I got 11 cents, a dime, and a penny, as well as this coin, which I really don't know. It says President of the United States, and this looks like Teddy Roosevelt to me, but I could be wrong. And then on the back is this. So I don't know. I don't think this is money. I could be wrong. Maybe it's worth $1 million. I don't even see a date on it, but those are my old eyes. And then there's a random pin with an 8-cent stamp on it, and I do remember when postage was 8 cents. I forget what it is now. I think I paid 40 cents for some Forever stamps the other day. I don't know. And then, last but not least, you guys, these are all old fountain pens. Not all, most. That, like, take cartridges. Do you guys remember these? But I could actually use these, the nibs, in some steampunk art, or use them by dipping them in some ink, like back in the day, and writing with them. So these are super cool. And I remember, shopping for school supplies and wanting, my sister used to get these fountain pens with the ink cartridges, and I thought they were great. I'm sure I had them too. So just some cool random pens, you guys. Fountain pens. And then there are some like old school, that don't work anymore, I'm sure. But I could glue on a collage, I'm sure. And then this little baby. Little tiny metal guy. And last, nub. So, you guys, we are at 42 minutes. And that's all I have to say. I could go on, but I can't keep you here all day. It's a beautiful Sunday. Go outside. It's almost apple picking time. I can't wait. So, have a beautiful day. Stay tuned. Like I said, I will be doing that tutorial on those magical celestial globes, as well as a few other things. I know I promised to do a hair wrap tutorial and things like that. So, thank you for being here. Thank you to my new subbies. Thank you to my old subbies. I love you guys so much. You're amazing, and I can't imagine my life without you guys anymore. So, thanks for sticking around, and I'll be back soon. Have a beautiful, blessed week. Take care, you guys. Love you. Bye-bye.